Response Bias on School Start Times by Anna, Jack, Isabel, and Conrad. We decided to see if we could create a bias either for or against starting school earlier. To do this, we made 2 Google Forms, one of which included evidence of other high schools in the question and one which simply stated the question. We wanted to see if other high schools' starting times could influence students at Evanston Township High School and their opinion on it. Our hypothesis was that the included evidence would encourage ETHS students to agree to an earlier start time.
Alright, for data collection, we created 2 different Google Forms. One question mentioned that other schools in our area were adopting an earlier start time, while the other question just asked if they agreed that we should have an earlier start time. When we posted these 2 forms online, we made it clear that the person was supposed to do one test and not the other, and they're supposed to choose at random or whichever one they felt like doing. For the results, for Form 1, we had 63 responses, and for Form 2, we had 62 responses, so 2 very close sample sizes, and 85.7% of the people who answered Form 1 disagreed, and 83.9% of the people who answered Form 2 disagreed. That is only a 2 percentile difference. I don't know if that is enough to say that the wording of the question influenced them, but there certainly is a difference.
To analyze our statistics, we ran a 1-sample z-test for proportions with an alpha value of 0.05. We found that there's a 34% chance of getting the results we did on the second test, assuming that the first was the truth. So we conclude that we can't say there is significant evidence that including the statement about other schools in the second form had any impact on the results. In conclusion, there was no significant change in the proportion of agreement despite the added information on the second form. Some possible error could include participants taking one survey but not the other, which would create bias in the responses, or inherent bias against the concept because we were asking about high school start times from high school students. We may consider trying this on older or non-high school students because there might be less inherent bias against the idea of high school start times, or people who did start high school earlier or do start high school earlier.
So because our survey was taken over Google Form, we have no video of someone actually taking it, but I came up with this representation of someone taking it, maybe. Enjoy.
Do you think ETHS should have an earlier start time? No. Many schools in our area have been adopting an early start time for school. Should we follow suit? No, 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 no. No, 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 disagree.